me great pleasure to call upon stage John Jayakumar. A small intro of John Jayakumar. He's the co-founder and CEO of Superposition Technologies Private Limited. He has a distinguished career in the information technology industry. He's played a pivotal role in driving the digital transformation of Verizon, one of the world's largest telecom giants. His upcoming book, AI for KeyNote Speakers. Would you buy that book? Yes. He's a member of the PSS since 2019 and he has contributed as both tech chair and membership chair at the national level. Let's all put our hands together and welcome John Jayakumar onto the stage. John, all yours.
Good evening, PSAI. How's everyone doing? Awesome, awesome. I love the energy. Let's keep it that way. Let me ask you all a question. How many of you here use AI in your speaking business? Please raise your hands. Thank you. How many of you do not use AI in your speaking business? Please raise your hands. Thank you. Now, for those of you who are using AI, let me ask you this. How many of you use AI in all aspects of your speaking business? Please raise your hands. Thank you. The reason I asked that question is, I have gone through over 2,000 AI tools, paying subscriptions to many of them, distill the top 10 that you can use today in your speaking business. Now, before we get into the set of tools, let me tell you a short story. Anybody like stories here? Awesome. This happens in ancient China. There's a very peaceful village. Everybody is going about their daily lives. One fine day, their life gets disrupted. A dragon flies in, takes a goat, and flies away. They start to panic. Things start to get worse. The next day, the dragon comes back again, takes another goat, and flies away. Now the villagers get really worried. They do not know what to do. They gather together. They go to Chen. Chen is an archer, the best at it. They tell Chen, you need to help us slay the dragon. Chen is very confident. She says, I got this. I will slay the dragon. She takes her bow and arrows. She goes to the top of the hill and lay waiting. The next day, the dragon flies in. She takes an arrow, hits the dragon. Guess what happened? Nothing. The scales of the dragon was too thick that the arrow could not pierce it. Now, Chen could not face the villagers. She did not know what to do. She runs to her master, falls at his feet, and says, Master, please help me. I do not know what to do. The master knows what is going on. He says, Chen, you are the best archer. Your skills in archery is unparalleled. However, the tool that you are using, the wooden arrow, is not the tool for this job. Use silver-tipped arrows. Chen gets the message. She replaces all her arrows with silver tips. The next day morning, she goes to the top of the hill, lays waiting. The dragon comes. This time not one, but 7 arrows she hits at the dragon, exactly at the neck, and the dragon falls dead. The villagers hail her as their hero. My dear friends, AI is your silver tip. Having said that, let's get into the set of tools. How many of you do your research before you write your script? Please raise your hands. Do you do the research? The tool that I recommend for you to do your research is Perplexity AI. The reason why I recommend Perplexity is, it goes to authentic sources, does the research and gives it to you, but it also tells you the sources from where the research was done. So if you want to go and verify it or take more information, you can click those links of the sources, go read it for yourself. But there's one more feature in Perplexity that I like a lot is when it gives you a response, below the response, it gives you related links. Now, these related links I've seen is very, very apt to the prompt that you had given originally. So rather than you putting in more prompts, all you need to do is keep clicking. You can do a lot more research and write your script. Once your research is done, you want to enhance your script. So, if you had a friend or a mentor to whom you can give the script and ask for suggestions, that is ChatGPT 4.0. You can tell ChatGPT, hey, this is my target audience for which I want you to enhance the script for me. So it takes the draft that you have written, it will give you very relevant examples and also tell you angles on how you can approach that particular audience. So you have researched, you have written your script. Next, let's talk about creating presentations. How many of you have heard this term, death by PowerPoint? It's actually a term in the corporate world. Yeah. So, when we sit to do a presentation, a million questions run through our minds. At least for me, that's how it works. What image should I put? What should be the font? What size should it be? How should I align them? What are the colors? A million questions. All you need to do is give your prompt telling what is it that you want the presentation for, and Gamma can build the entire presentation for you, including your images, the bullet points. You can take this, give it to your designer as an inspiration and have them work on it, or you can start editing it, make necessary changes, and then use the presentation yourself. Now, your presentation is ready. You want to practice your speech. For this, the tool that I recommend is ORAI. This is an app. It's a mobile app. It takes your audio file as input. So you record your speech, take the MP3 file, give it as an input. It analyzes the MP3 file and tells you where all you're using filler words, where all you have long pauses. How is your tonal variety? It gives you a report on what all can be improved in your speech delivery. After you do your practice, you give a killer presentation. Everybody is impressed. But you want to know what people are talking about you outside the auditorium, in the social media platforms. For that, the tool that I recommend is Brand24. You go to Brand24 and say, hey, these are my keywords. This is the topic of my speech. These are the keywords that I use in my brand. The tool goes and scours the internet. It could be Meta, your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and then it gives you a report on what people are talking about these brand terms. After that, let's see how many of you here have a website that is dedicated to your speaking business. Please raise your hands. Good. Now, if you want to get a website built, which I would definitely recommend, the tool that you can use is Framer AI. This is a tool which takes a prompt as an input on what is the website that you're trying to build, and it builds the website right in front of your eyes. All the sections fall in place, including the images, the text, the buttons, the menu. Then you can have a designer come and work on it, or it's a complete no-code tool. Click, drag, drop. You will be able to edit the website yourself and have it published. Now, let's talk about some media tools. How many of you have YouTube channels? That's a lot of you. So, how many of you have tried this tool, Suno? Okay, that's about half the people who have YouTube channels. I think you should definitely go and try. If there is one tool that I want you to try in this whole list, it is Suno. It is amazing. You tell it what song you want, in what genre, what instruments should be there. And you can say, hey, I want an instrumental or I want with lyrics. Within seconds, it gives you an entire song. And believe me, it is as good as a professional doing it for you. So you have your music done. How about images? the tool that I love for images is Midjourney. See, there are so many tools out there that you can use for images, but Midjourney for some reason has realistic outputs. It looks really good. It doesn't look very AI-ish, in my opinion. Now you have done your image. AI has gotten to a level where you give it a prompt. It gives you a video, even scenarios that never existed. Just one prompt, either a text prompt or an image. And the tool that I recommend for that is Kling AI. Again, the reason why I recommend Kling is because of prompt adherence. When you give a prompt, it gives you the exact video that is mentioned in the prompt. Now, there are other powerful video generation tools also. OpenAI has Sora. Google has VO2. You can try them out as well. Now, how many of you have experience running ads? It could be Meta, LinkedIn, X, a handful of you. See, all of us can write in English. There's no big deal about that. But if I tell you, hey, I want to run an ad, can you write the ad copy, the text? You need a flair of marketing for that. For that, the tool that I recommend is Copy AI. You can use Copy AI and write any ad script. It could be for your Meta ads, Facebook, Instagram, or even for social media posts. You want to do a post on LinkedIn, you can go and get that done. Even if you want to create newsletters, you can use Copy AI. My dear friends, I have given you 10 tools, but there are so many more that I had researched, and there are so many other aspects of professional speaking that I have not covered here. So what I did as part of this whole research is, I wrote an entire book, almost 40,000 words, of the research that I have done, the various tools, the various aspects of professional speaking. And the book is called AI for KeyNote Speakers. And I'm glad to tell you all know that I'll be launching the book today evening during the gala dinner. Once the launch is done, feel free to go to Amazon stores worldwide. You can check out the book. Thank you. When I was 7 years old, I used to see my father sit every day and burn the midnight oil studying. He was working as a teacher. Why does he have to sit and study every day, 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m.? One day I asked him, Papa, why do you have to sit and study this late? He told me, son, I'm studying for my master's degree. If I pass that, I will get an increment in my salary. To get a few dollars added to his paycheck, he had to sit in the night every day and work. I was lucky enough, I got into the information technology industry at a very early age, but there was no internet back then. I had to go to libraries, take guides, software manuals, which was this big, 1,200 pages. Now these are reference books, so they won't issue it to you. So you kind of ask them to give it to you in the night, read through the night, give it back in the morning. So that's how I studied. But the amount of effort that I put in IT and the money that I made is much more than what my father made. Now the reason why I am telling this is, as technology gets more sophisticated, the barriers to entry come down. The ease of using that technology comes down, and it becomes much easier for everybody to use it. But the value that you can create with that technology goes up manifold. My dear friends, to conclude, please look at AI as your silver-tipped arrow. Use AI power tools not just for 1 or 2 areas, but for all aspects of your speaking business. All of you are amazing speakers, but use these tools to build momentum and move your speaking career to higher gear. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.